Hello, viewers. Welcome to Football Discussion Daily. I'm CGO. Uh, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please follow us on our social media platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and the rest of them. This video will be released on June 15. Please endeavor to watch and also share and like. Yes, we'll be talking about match day 4 results of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. It was a very exciting match day. We saw a lot of exciting football. Uh, Germany walloped Curacao 7 goals to 1. We have Netherlands and Japan playing a 2-2 draw. Ivory Coast, the 90th minute goal by Amad Diallo, gave them 1-0 victory against Ecuador. And then Sweden defeated Tunisia by 5 goals to 1. It was a very interesting day in the World Cup. Germany uh, really they performed so well against Curacao, even though there was a kind of a scare when Curacao got an equalizer. This victory, what it means is that this is the first time Germany is winning their opening game at the World Cup after losing their opening games in the World Cup in 2018 and also in 2022. I remember Germany in their first game in 2018 World Cup, they lost to Mexico in that competition, 1 goes to nothing. And then in 2022, in their opening game, they lost to the Japanese by 2 goals to 1. So this is the first time after losing their opening games in 2018 and 2022, uh, winning their opening game. So that was a very good one for Germany. And you also have to consider the fact that Germany were able to make history because they've now surpassed Brazil as the team with the highest number of goals at the World Cup. They now have 239 goals now. That means they surpassed Brazil's 238 goals. So that's a great achievement by the Germans after defeating debutants Curacao 7 goals to 1 at Houston's NRG Stadium. That was a great one by the team. We saw an in-depth tactical approach by the Julian Nagelsmann's side. They showcased both the terrifying fluid attack, and then they also showed some little defensive vulnerability in that game. Because when you look at that game, you will still notice that the Germans still have a lot to do when it comes to the defensive part of the game. Because the Curacao team, even though they are debutants at the World Cup, they were able to show some lapses. They were able to expose the defense of the German. We saw Joshua Kimmich, who started at right back, consistently inverting into the midfield. Is something that is very good at doing. He was there supporting Alexander Pavlovich in the midfield, and then they were able to dictate the pace of the game. The one thing that really worked against the Curacao team is they also came out to play. They were fearless the way they approached the game. And the Germans, when you play against a top side like Germany, you have to be very careful. When you go toe to toe against them, then you get your defense exposed. And that was what happened in that game. The Germans were able to have 26 total shots, 12 were on target, and a massive 3.91 expected goals XG. That was what the Germans had in this game, which shows you how dominant they were. In the 6th minute, Felix Mecha was able to get a goal from an assist from Florian Wirtz. Then 21st minute, we have the guy from Curacao scoring Curacao's first goal at the World Cup. His name is Livano Comenencia. He was able to take a shot that was deflected past Manuel Noah, following a counter attack. And then we had Nico Skolotabek restoring Germany's lead from a set pieces, an unmarked error from him, resulting from a corner from Nathaniel Brown. And Nathaniel Brown was very, very good in this game. He was very, very outstanding. He showed up an outstanding performance. This is his first World Cup, a young lad, was very, very good in this game. And then 5 minutes into injury time, the Germans increased the lead through Kai Havertz. He converted a penalty, well-taken penalty, after Felix Mecha was fouled in the box of the Curacao team. Jamal Musiala scored German's fourth goal in the 47th minute. In the 68th minute, Nathaniel Brown was able to make it 5-1. In the 78th minute, substitute Dennis Undav was able to make it 6-1. And then in the 88th minute, Kai Havertz got his brace when he made a beautiful chip over the Curacao's goalkeeper after it was played through by Felix Mecha. So it was a total dominance for Germany and a good one for the Germans. So Germans are on top of their group with goal difference advantage. Now we move to the game between the orange, they call them the orange boys, that's the Netherlands. It was a game they had more dominance, they have more possession of the ball. But one way or the other, the Japanese were able to find themselves back into the game. One thing I noticed that the Japanese were very, very cautious the way they approached the game. They didn't come all out to attack the Dutch team because they know how dangerous the Dutch team could be. So they were very, very careful, trying to take advantage of counter attack, also taking advantage of set pieces for them to get a draw against the Dutch team. The Dutch team were able to get into the lead through the captain of the team, that is Van Dijk. Van Dijk was the one who got the first goal for the Dutch team from an header, and then the Japanese were able to reply back, and then we had Somerville scoring for the Dutch team to restore the lead. Then towards the ending of the game, the Japanese were able to get an equalizer through the guy they called Daichi Kamanda, making a powerful header, 2-2. And but we must also commend the goalkeeper of Japan. He made a lot of saves in this game to keep the Japanese in the game. And the Dutch team, they have not lost any single World Cup game in regular time for 20 years now. The only game during this period, the only time they were eliminated or defeated was maybe during extra time or penalty shootout. The last time they lost in regulation time was on June 25, 2006, in the infamous round of 16 match against Portugal. That game was known as the Battle of Nuremberg. That was the time the Dutch team lost or suffered the regulation time loss at the World Cup. So that is it for the game between Netherlands and the Japanese. And then looking at the third game for match day 4, Ivory Coast defeated Ecuador 1-0, courtesy of a dramatic 90th minute winner from substitute Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo, we know he plays for Manchester United. So got the Ivory Coast team victory in their opening FIFA World Cup Group E match at the Philadelphia Stadium. So that was an interesting one, and that loss by Ecuador, it ended Ecuador's 19 game unbeaten streak. So and that win put Ivory Coast level on point with Germany. So they have the same point with Germany, but Germany has a better goal difference advantage over the Ivorians. So the Ivory Coast team, they approached the game with a tactical formation of 4-4-2. They were very, very aggressive. The 19-year-old winger Yan Diomande was a very big threat on the right flank. He really gave the Ecuador defense a very tough time. It was a big threat to them. The Ecuador team played a tactical formation of 3-4-3, and we saw Caicedo trying to control things from the central axis of the field. And then we had players like Kuro and Kapie trying to accord things in their back three. So it was a very, very entertaining game. Very, very entertaining. We saw how the Ecuador team were somehow unlucky because they hit the woodworks twice in the first half. First one was from John Yeboah, who rapped to the crossbar from the edge of the 18-yard box. And then we also had Alan Minda also struck the frame of the goal again after a precise through ball from Pedro Vita. So they were very unlucky if we are being fair to them. I won't say they deserve to lose. Both sides played very well, but maybe a draw would have been a fair result for both teams. But somehow the Ivorians were able to get the winner. And then we also had the Enna Valencia, who also missed a very big opportunity in the first half of the game. So it was even the coach of the Ecuadorians, the Ecuador team was a bit frustrated with some of those moments. And then second half, we also had them hitting the woodworks for the third time, and that was from Valencia as well. So they were very, very unfortunate, if we are being honest. I was even surprised that the Ivorian coach, Emas Faye, didn't start Amad Diallo, but he was very smart to bring in Amad Diallo in the 55th minute because he saw that they were losing structural control of the game. Diallo was able to have some good impact in this game. And we noticed in the 90th minute, Wilfred Singo was able to make a run down the flank, and then he was able to give a nicely square pass to the edge of the box where we had Amad Diallo, who was unmarked, who used his left foot and then took a shot to the bottom corner. And that was how Ivory Coast were able to get victory in this game. They played very well, if we are being honest. They gave a good account of themselves. The Ecuador teams, they gave them a very big fight. But I think we must give credit to Yan Diomande, who did a fantastic job. For me, I think he's the man of the match for this game. Very, very outstanding player. So, congratulations to our African team, Cote d'Ivoire, for getting victory against Ecuador. So it was a keenly contested game. And then in the final game, Sweden, they had it so easy, defeating Tunisia 5-1 at the Montreux Stadium, which is also called the Stadio BBVA, to open their 2026 FIFA World Cup Group F campaign. I wasn't too surprised that Sweden won this game because when you look at the attacking prowess of the Swedish, I said it during the preview that it can be compared with that of the Tunisian team. So the only thing is I didn't know that it's going to be is of a wide margin. Uh, I was thinking it's going to be a slight win for the Swedish, but the Swedish were really on fire. In the 7th minute, we had Yasin Ayari open scoring. What a long range shot from him to beat Mohib Chamak, the goalkeeper of Tunisia. He didn't celebrate the goal because out of respect for his father's heritage. We all know that his father is from Tunisia. So he decided to respect his father's home country. And then in the 30th minute, Alexander Isak finished a quick counter attack. He got a nice pass from his striking partner, Victor Goycores, and he took a, a right footed shot. That went to the far corner. I expected the goalkeeper of Tunisia to stop that ball. It was a very disappointing one that he couldn't stop the ball. So they went 2-0 up, and then Omar Rikic uh, uh, got a goal for Tunisia through a header. Brilliant delivery from Annabelle Mejbri, and then it was 2-1. For me, Annabelle was the player in the Tunisian team that showed some good quality in the team. Now, in the second half, in the 59th minute, Victor Gyokeres was able to restore the 2-goal cushion. And then in the 84th minute, Matthias Bamberg made it 4-1. He scored, I think, 12 to 18 seconds after coming in from the bench. So that was when he got the goal. And 6 minutes into injury time, Yasin Ayari got a brace, scored again to make it 5-1 in favor of the Swedish. So it was a good one for the Swedish, good victory for them. The performance of Goycores, or will I say the partnership of Goycores and Alexander Isak, reminds me of the Swedish duo of 1994 World Cup, Kenneth Anderson and Martin Dahlin. Those guys they were really a thorn in a lot of defenders' flesh at that World Cup. We'll wait and see how these two guys are going to fare in this competition. We want to see how far they can go, because I remember in 1994, Sweden got to the semi-final. They were knocked out by Brazil in that competition. The semi-final by Brazil. We'll see how far this current squad can go. Please, we'd like you to also share your thoughts on what you think about the games that were played on match day 4. Thank you very much for listening, and do have a wonderful day.